And there's the old cars. I had thought that most of my stuff was Tyco, but looking through it, I only found one confirmed Tyco. The rest, there's one. For instance, this car, DRGW 58330, is Roco. It's in there somewhere. Yeah, it's right in there. Let's see, truck underframe detail. It's the detail on these is actually fairly decent. However, this is too light. I can tell just by feeling it. This is too light. Anyway, that's that one, and then this one is exactly the same on 68330. I thought it was 58. No, it's 68330. Both of the same road number. I'm gonna have to put more weight in them, which shouldn't be too hard. The doors do open. But those are both Roco. And I'll set those aside. And now we have Redding. This one is also Roco. However, this one has a little bit more weight to it. It's a little bit more, easy a little bit more. But like the others, it has the weight on the underside, on the floor. Kind of makes it look like a real boxcar. It kind of looks like a real boxcar floor like that. But those are the Rocos. 3 Rocos. 2 are exactly the same. Now, let's go with this one. This one I do not know what it is. It does not say anywhere on it. I've looked and looked and looked. But because of how zero detail there is, I would hazard a guess that it's probably Tyco. Or something near there. There isn't really any detail at all. I mean, there's the walkway is separately applied. For some reason, it just went out of focus. There we go. There's the stovepipe. It'd be cool to put a miniature stove in there, but it's going to be used as a shoving platform on the layout after Fortunately, most of these have truck-mounted couplers, but I measured them with the other ones, and they match up, which is weird. But now, another manufacturer. This one is an AHM. I'm pretty sure. Yes, AHM by Taiwan, from Taiwan. It's in there. Can't read it. Can't even see it. For some reason, it's not focused again. But this one's, and there it is. AHM Taiwan. This one also has opening doors. This one's a little bit heavier. But got all these boxcars that don't really fit my era, but they'll get used. Now this Norfolk Southern caboose. This is a Bachmann. It has the truck-mounted couplers, like most of the stuff. Some of the locomotives don't have body-mounted couplers, but I think all the cars have truck-mounted couplers. And this is a Bachmann. This is a pretty good. Oh, almost dropped it. This one's got a pretty nice weight to it. I don't know where my small scale is, so I can't exactly weigh it to see how much it weighs. But it's got the horse and NS, and the caboose that used to come around here on the work trains was a lot dirtier. But this will get converted. Maybe get converted to good couplers and be used as on an NS work train. I'll set that aside. Now, another Bachmann. This hopper. Now, I have N-scale cars. I have, I think, 2 of these in N-scale, exactly the same road number. 133874, or is that 274? 274. And it's got the weight in the end there. A little bit out of my era, but I got these for $1 each. So this is another Bachmann Union Pacific caboose. It'll also be used as a shoving platform on the Finger Lakes Northern, probably, after I convert it to knuckle couplers. Set that aside. And now the Bessemer and Lake Erie coil gondola. And this does open. It's falling apart, though. If I can get it to stop, you can see the pin came out right there. Come on, focus. There it goes. Focus. There it goes. But you can read. I mean, this is a cheap model. At least it appears to be. But you can still read the details. You can still read that stuff. I mean, it's not as clear and nicely printed as the Atlas that I'll get to, but it's still decent. Now, inside here is the handrails off one of the locomotives that I'll show you. One of the locomotives I have, the handrails were breaking off when I got it. They broke off more when I was packing them. Yeah, and as I got out some three sections of HO of Atlas Code 83 flex wood brown tie flex track that I have. I have 5 more pieces to show off the cars. Okay, now I'll pause this video and get out the nuke stuff and do that. Okay, we are back with first up my Athearn ready to roll. This is a PS2 2983 cubic foot covered hopper. This was purchased from the now closed Empire Train and Hobby, which was in downtown Webster, New York, in Monroe County when I bought this. They then moved to Greece and then suddenly shut down. They didn't tell anybody on their Facebook page, because I looked through their Facebook page. They didn't mention that they were closing. I had no idea that they were closing. We went all the way up there and looked around and couldn't find them. And we finally got a hold of him, and he says that there was no address for the store. It's like, well, yeah, there was. But he's still doing stuff, but I wouldn't. He's still doing stuff at train shows, but I wouldn't buy anything from him because went all the way up to Rochester to go to his shop that he never told anybody that he closed. But it's not my favorite because of the grab irons. They don't look real. But the rest of the detail is nice. I mean, look at that catwalk on top. It's separately applied and just nice and thin. It's probably to scale or pretty close. And it's the ends of the cars that really don't have the detail that it would be nice. I mean, they got the reservoir and the air reservoir in there. Come on. Wish this would focus right. Has the air cylinder, the triple valve, and the air reservoir in there. It does not, I don't think, no, it does not have the air hoses. My Atlas and Intermountain, which are next, do. and this video is running a little bit long, so I will probably do the locomotives in a part 2. In fact, yes, I am going to do that in a part 2. And for some reason, this does not like to focus. There it goes. You can read the details, and you can read the lettering is nice and clear. Built 1956. And unfortunately it's out of my era, because look at that. I didn't notice that when I bought it, and it kind of disappointed me because I spent $12 on a car that has journal boxes. Oh well. Probably people are not going to really notice that when it's running around the layout, so who cares? I'll probably use it for cement. I might not weather this. I don't know, because it was for the first car I bought new. I might not weather it. I don't know. Put that back there. Now, Atlas. Oh, probably show the underside of this. And the underside is pretty decent detailed. I mean, it's not overly detailed, but it's pretty decent. Now we'll go to the underside of the Atlas. That's the one thing I noticed when I opened the box when I first bought it. And there's the air hoses. It's got the air hoses on both sides. Separately applied grab irons. They're pretty close to scale. Separately applied. These got the cut lever too, which I didn't notice until just now. I never noticed that they had the cut levers on it. Come on. Now if that will focus. Come on. There it goes. 5277 cubic foot. Covered up. Box car, not covered up. There. I mean, you can even read that. Everything is readable. It's almost like I'm going over a real car. Only the real cars like this are considerably dirtier and have a lot of graffiti on them. But that's the Atlas. I get the rooftop here. Now, not the last car. Last HO scale car. This is my latest purchase. This I purchased at the train show in Batavia. I think it was last year. I'm pretty sure. This is Intermountain. All my new cars are different tires. This is a 4750 cubic foot covered hopper. Now I bought the green because I had thought the AEX covered hoppers that I wanted to do that haul salt through here were the C&W green base, but looking at pictures it looks like they're more the blue base, and have just kind of the weather and commodities have kind of changed it to more of a greenish, rusty greenish. But there's the little slip. There I am. There's the little slips for the paper they put in there sometimes, or the shakers, I think. There's the details on the car. Built in 81. Keeps going out of focus. There's the end. Now, unfortunately, okay, it's on the other side. There's the nice thing. This side has the air pipe. Air pipe going to the air hose. The end of the car, the grab irons. They look separately applied. At least part of them is. Yeah, part of them is separately applied. You have to keep wiping the lens to get it to some semblance of focus. The couplers, I don't know what couplers it comes from. It comes with. The Intermount doesn't have any information on it. The Athearn does, but it doesn't say what kind of couplers it has, I don't think. Anyway, get the roof blocks. Those should be separately applied. It looks like they are. Since it feels like the plastic's different, they should be. And they're not really fantastic, but I don't think the hatch covers are separately applied. Oh, they are. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they are. Look at that. They wouldn't do that if they were molded on. It looks like they... Do they? It looks almost like they open. They do. Yeah. Those actually open. That's one piece. They're caught over here somewhere. They might be glued down, but those are working hinges. That is cool. I never noticed that before. There's the air stuff in there. It won't focus, but no, oh well. Now, I'll pause this and get out my 1N scale car that I have to show. And there it is. The TT BX trailer train open auto rack for the B&O. They're gonna show. Hello. It should focus. Hello. Come on. Yeah, it's not gonna focus. Oh well. You had a magnifying glass, you could probably read it. This is a Micro Trains. And all the supports are separately applied. You can actually take them off. They aren't glued or anything. You can actually take this thing apart right down to the flat car. So you can actually take the top ring off and convert it into a flat car if you wanted to. But nice detail. This was a birthday present from a friend who is a wannabe model railroader. He doesn't have the time or space to do it right now. And he gave this to me years ago. I was a teenager when he gave me this. I think it was my 18th birthday present. He gave me this. And I'm hoping to someday do an N-scale layout where I can use this car. I mean, this is too wonderful and it was too nice of a present to not to have it sit in a box. And it's been sitting in a box for now about 10 years, and I'd just like to use it. But this video is on 20 minutes long, so I will stop it and I will put away my freight cars and HO versus N. Put away my cars and I will get out locomotives and film another video. That will be locomotive collection. Later.